Hi guys, this is IGCSE O-Level Chemistry, paper 22, November 2020, question 31. The apparatus used for the extraction of aluminum oxide by electrolysis is shown. Which equation represents a reaction taking place at the anode? Anode is where oxidation takes place, and the species that is oxidized is the oxide ion. So O2 negative ion will form O2 gas. So we would need 2 moles of O2 negative ions, and this would result in liberation of 4 moles of electrons because anode is where oxidation occurs. So electrons are lost. So this is the equation that is present in option B, making B the correct option for this question. Question 32. The results of test on solid S and its aqueous solution are shown. So test on solid S, effect of heat, brown gas given off together with a gas which relights a glowing splint. That means this is a metal nitrate, because decomposition of a metal nitrate produces NO2 gas which is brown in color and also produces oxygen gas which relights a glowing splint. And test on aqueous solution of S, effect of aqueous sodium hydroxide, white precipitate soluble in excess giving a colorless solution. So this should contain Al3 positive or Zn2 positive ion. And effect of aqueous ammonia, white precipitate soluble in excess giving a colorless solution. So zinc ions confirm because aluminum ions would not have the precipitate dissolving in excess. So the compound solid S is zinc nitrate. So what is S? Aluminum nitrate? No. Aluminum sulfate? No. Zinc sulfate? No. Zinc nitrate? Yes. Therefore, option D is the correct option for this question. Question 33. Part of the carbon cycle is shown. So glucose upon combustion produces CO2, and glucose undergoing P process produces CO2. CO2 goes into the plant by the process called Q, and plants by the process of R form methane. So what are the processes P, Q, and R? Glucose upon combustion produces CO2. Glucose upon respiration will also produce CO2. So decomposition is incorrect, respiration is correct, photosynthesis is incorrect. So options A and D are eliminated. We will carry on with options B and C. Next, Q. Q is the process of CO2 going into plants. So this is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is correct, decomposition is incorrect, eliminating option C. And finally, plants upon decomposition produces methane. So option B is the correct option for this question. Question 34. The element sulfur is found in a number of different minerals. Which mineral contains the greatest percentage by mass of sulfur? So we have got barite, barium sulfate. We have got galena, which is lead sulfate. We've got gypsum, which is calcium sulfate, and we've got pyrite, which is FeSO4. So there are two minerals here that have a higher ratio of sulfur to the other elements, which is galena and pyrite, and the other ones have a low ratio of sulfur to the other elements found. So they will be eliminated of barite and gypsum. So we are left with galena and pyrite. So let's find out the mass of sulfur to lead ratio in galena. So the mass of lead is 207 and the mass of sulfur is 32. And in pyrite, the mass of iron is 56 and the mass of sulfur is 32, but there are two atoms of sulfur, so 64. So the greatest ratio of sulfur is found in pyrite and not in galena, making option D the correct option for this question. Question 35. Which structure represents a molecule of ethanol? So the functional group of ethanol is OH. Option A is ethane. which is an alkane. Option B is ethene, which is an alkene. Option C is ethanol, which is an alcohol. And option D is ethanoic acid, which is a carboxylic acid. So out of these four structures, option C contains ethanol, which is an alcohol, making option C the correct option for this question. Question 36. Which structures are structural isomers of each other? So structural isomers have the same molecular formula, but different structural arrangement. So in one, the molecular formula is C4H10. In two, it is still C4H10. In three, it is also C4H10. And in four, it is also C4H10. So all four of them have the same molecular formula. Now let's look at their structural arrangement. One is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is butane. Two is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is also butane. So these are not isomers. 3 is 1, 2, 3. And there is a methyl group on the second carbon atom. So the name of this compound is 2-methyl propane. And 2-methyl propane is an isomer of butane. And 4, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have another representation of butane again. So only structure 3 is an isomer of the other three structures. So options 1, 2, 3, and 4 are isomers? No. 1, 2, and 4 are the same structure. 1, 2, and 4 are isomers. 1 and 4 are the same structure. 1 and 3 are isomers. Yes, butane and 2-methyl propane are isomers. 2 and 4 are isomers. 2 and 4 are both butane. Therefore, option C is the correct option for this question. Question 37. Which molecule is not produced by an addition reaction of ethene? So A is ethane. So this would be ethene plus hydrogen gas. B is 1,2-dibromoethane. So this would be ethene plus Br2. The third one is ethanol. So this would be ethene plus steam. And the last one has 3 carbon atoms. So there is an addition of a CH2 group. So this is not a reaction in which something is added to ethene. Therefore, the correct option for this question is option D. Question 38. The flow chart shows the preparation of ethanol and some important chemistry of ethanol. So substance X, when fermented, produces ethanol. So X has to be glucose. This eliminates options A and D. Next, ethanol through process Y produces carbon dioxide and substance Z. So if it is producing substance Z, which means there are two products. So we have production of carbon dioxide from ethanol. So ethanol will be, the options are undergoing combustion and Z would be steam, and it would be undergoing polymerization and water is the product. No, ethanol will be undergoing combustion, not polymerization, to produce steam and not water. Therefore, option B is the correct option for this question. Question 39. Which statement about nylon and terylene is correct? Nylon and terylene are made from monomers with C double bond C. No, that forms addition polymers. Both of these are condensation polymers. Nylon and terylene contain the same linkage. No, nylon is a polyamide, terylene is a polyester. So they contain different linkages. Nylon is a polyester. No, it is a polyamide. Terylene is made from two different monomers. Yes, there will be one monomer having a C double bond O single bond OH group on both ends, and the other monomer would have an NH2 present on both ends, so that an amide bond can form when these two monomers undergo condensation polymerization. So actually it's terylene, so it should not be an amide bond, it should be an ester bond. So instead of NH2, this should be OH, this should be a diol. So OH on one end, OH on the other end, this would form a polyester, and terylene being a polyester would be formed in this way. Therefore, option D is the correct option for this question. Question 40. Which diagram represents the structure of a protein? So the structure of a protein would have different monomers having an amide bond between them. And another thing that should be noted is that the monomers that we would see in the polymer would have a C double bond O on one end and an NH on the other end, because the monomers of proteins are amino acids, and amino acids have both the amino group and the carboxylic acid group on them. So in option A, we have CONH bond between two boxes. So this is an amide bond. So this is correct. However, we have both C double bond O groups attached to the same black box. So this is incorrect. We have got the same NH groups attached to the white box. This is incorrect. And we've got again the same C double bond O group attached to two on both sides of the black box. So option A is incorrect. Option B has an oxygen between two boxes. So this is a glycosidic link, and there is a single monomer for this polymer. So this is incorrect. In option C, we have got an ester bond present between monomers. So this is incorrect. And in option D, we have got an amide bond present between two monomers, which is correct. And we have got an NH and a CO on either side of the gray box, which is correct. We have got an NH and CO on either side of the black box, which is correct. And we have got an NH and CO on either side of the white box, which is also correct. Therefore, the correct option for this question is option D,